Oh, everyone, and welcome back. Okay, so we tried doing this. Again, this is brought to you by Higgsfield. Thanks again for the people at Higgsfield for giving me the opportunity to do a lot of this type of stuff. Okay, so we did some other type of stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go into our dream. Okay, so we were comparing some type of stuff. Okay, so we did a Vogue fashion shoot right here. So with the new Higgsfield version of fashion. So this is one of my other types of characters. Obviously, this is Flower and Pond. If you follow me, know who this is. So it's turned into a fashion model with a magazine right here. This is obviously Freya, different types of versions, Vogue and everything. This is the fashion version. This is Seed Dream. So this is 4.0 from another prompt that I did. And then like, if we want to compare it to Nano Banana, so obviously this is the Nano Banana version. I use another AI, but I haven't done the Higgs on Nano, but we're just gonna show you like the Nano Banana. So we'll just give you an example of this right now. I don't have anything on Higgsfield. Nano Banana. So this is like the best bet that I have. Okay, so like this is an example. So this is the Nano Banana version. People are saying, "Oh, it's so realistic." There's this. Yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. But now if you want to compare it to like this is hell of a lot more realistic. This looks the more human. Like yeah, it's like look at this. This is superhuman. This is off Sea Dream right here. And then obviously you got the Nano Banana version, looks more cartoony, a little bit more like of an animation. So just right there, just straight off the bat. So if people want to say, oh, which is better, I would go with this because obviously it depends on what your style is. But if people say, oh, it's so realistic. Obviously, this is also off Sea Dream too. Um, so we got all this, we got the fashion, and then you got video. So I did another one. So let's say you want to do something more like a video ad right here, ad, and then I just took Freya and obviously I put her in like this is like stuff there, showing off her heels, showing off all that type of stuff. I can make her obviously more like struck a little bit more or whatever, but like the whole point is just to show off the assets. Right now we are in the middle of trying to do a talking avatar. That is back here. At the moment, we're trying to do the whole talking avatar type of thing, the Kling AI speak. I want to try that out. It's taking a little bit longer than expected for some freaking reason. I don't know. I might. I'm not too sure. Maybe it has something to do with the prompt, but I might try to regenerate it. But usually, I'm not too sure. I'm trying to see which one gets done first. Like it's taking a while. Supposedly, one's in queue and one's in reference. So like, I'm not too sure. I still got a lot of credits, obviously, but like that's not really the point. Okay, yeah, it has to do with the prompt. I figured. So like, yeah, so it's the so I should. That's exactly what I need to do. Interesting. So so we finally got it up. Um, so I'm just gonna show a little bit more as well. Obviously, since it's alive, but obviously this is happened. So this one is. I'm not sure if we can delete this one. Got this one up right here.
Hi, I am Freya. Want to look this good? Like me? Well, I will tell you this takes a lot of work looking good. I take care of myself and always make sure that I also stay in shape. But also, I think I look this good. That is the secret.
There you go, right there. So we went from the photo to this. Now her talking about, hey, if you want to be an attractive model, if you want to like go like do for Coco Chanel or something like that, or just do something for Vogue. Like obviously like what you would have to do is obviously look really good and all that type of stuff. So this is just like the talking characters. So um, so another example would be obviously. So we got that. So that obviously that would be. So we showed the nano banana. We showed all that type of stuff. We did the fashion factory, which is really cool. Um, so what else do we got here for the live? Oh, we're doing this again. Yeah, sometimes my screen, one of my screens acts up. So obviously we use the Higgsfield So for fashion. Obviously I went over that. And then you can do, I guess, like obviously we did a talking avatar, which I just already did. And then, for example, we got like product placement. So for example, like this would be like a product placement. So I was talking about this right here. Um, so let's say, for example, we're going to use Freya right here. We got, obviously, I already did a lot of other type of stuff already. But let's say, for example, we're going to use Freya again. And we got all this type of stuff. So obviously, we want to add like a product. We can either upload the image or obviously enter a prompt. So this is obviously Freya itself. But now draw a mask, upload an image, and optionally enter a prompt. So let's say, for example, I want there's an ad. Like let's say the most famous thing is, um, for example, please show Freya model in this picture holding, I don't know, like a sprite, for example. For example, like just like a product placement. Obviously, I want Freya to like let's say for example like a sprite. So we're just going to generate for two, and then obviously we can turn this into like an image. So like this would be like another example of this as well. So we got like some product placement right there. Okay, so what draw is required. So obviously mask, right? So I can mask it, or I could just upload the image itself. So, and then obviously I can make them speak. Obviously, hey, my name is Freya. Um, I think that sprite is really good, or like whatever it could be. But that's what I'm like. That's what I'm showing. Like obviously, like so that's too funny. So the boys at Higgs were so ridiculous. So they took Freya and they put her into Little Mermaid. They were blind with me, so they took her and put her into Little Mermaid. It's funny. There's some humor there. I find it funny. I said, "Damn!" Like the only thing that's left for her is to just add that German accent because the name Freya is German. Um, Good humor. I like it. It's some good humor, man. But like let's say for example, like just this product placement, like how I did this, obviously, but like you have this, like but like that's what I keep on saying. It's like everyone's kind of saying, "Oh, you have to hire all these types of people," and "Oh, I need to spend," like so like that's what it is. Like obviously there's this. Obviously I did the mask. Obviously you can also add the product. Obviously like this, you can add your product from here. So I might do that too, or you can just mask it. So what I might do is I might actually just go on right now real quick and see if I can just get like a can of Sprite. It has to be like a bottle because I don't know, like it just feels a lot better. Like no, it has to be like a glass bottle though. We're just gonna do the image. We got this. This is just the image. Maybe in English would be great. There you go, right there. That's fine. Let's see. Hold on. Maybe we got it. Maybe okay, not too bad. It did a decent kind of job. But I think there you go. It's right there. So we got like a can of Sprite right there. I might redo it to be honest. Um, but I want to redo it. It's not like it's decent, I guess, but like we're gonna try to redo it since we actually have the bottle now. But like, so that's not too bad of a half effort. But we are going to upload the actual Sprite bottle here, and try to regenerate it again. Out the way that I want, the way that I wanted. So we're gonna do Freya again. So it didn't really turn out the way that I wanted. I'm gonna add the product right here. We actually got it now. Yep. Okay, so like obviously this would be it. So we're gonna try to generate it again, and obviously then I'm gonna show you like, hey, my name is Freya. I enjoy Sprite, and then like try again. Obviously the mask is required. Obviously, do it again. We're gonna regenerate it. Obviously now since I actually have the actual picture, but not too bad of an attempt. And then obviously the next step would be obviously to do like a video, or obviously they can make her speak. Like obviously the same type of thing like that. So we're just gonna do that. So we're just gonna show you like that's like what it is. Like lots of people think like you would have to like, so how I made the model is obviously I showed you before. Obviously you would go into the I showed you like the Freya image and all this type of stuff when I went into the image. So I would go either to Higgsfield Soul or the Sea Dream, and then I would just type in the prompt. I'll show you again. And so pretty much like this is just product placement. So obviously I'm getting something about Sprite because I don't know. It just seems right because obviously it's the beach. It would be summertime, so most people would be drinking some sort of soft drink or something obviously there's like other type of placements you can do, but I'm not too sure about if I can actually put that on YouTube. Um, but either way, like it's still there. So like obviously it would be like different types of placements. So obviously you can put this, as I showed you before. I didn't do a good job because obviously the count wasn't there. I think the image is a lot better. Um, but I have, if you want to follow me on X, I have my X on my YouTube. If you want it there, I have like a pinned type of thing. If you want to join Higgsfield, you can. And obviously you would have there and obviously on for a plan. But okay, so this is the bottle right here. Right there, see, as you can see, that's how it should have turned out. So right there for a product placement, obviously I'm choosing Sprite. You can be choosing Coca-Cola. Obviously, ironically, Sprite is actually, I think it's owned by Coke, and then I think 7-Up is owned by Pepsi. Along those lines, I'm not going to go into a whole debate about companies and everything, like soft drinks and like obviously stuff like that. But like either way, these are different types of placements right there. She's obviously holding it right there. That looks a lot more like crisp. And obviously, like the next step would be obviously more interesting. The bottle's very thick. I like it. This is a lot more. So obviously, the next step would be okay. So now let's say, for example, how I showed you to do like the video. Obviously, like the next step would be obviously from like how I showed like the fashion video. So right there with Freya walking. So the next step would be just hitting the video and after saying, hey, can you make Freya drink the Coca-Cola, drink the Sprite, and after in a nice refreshing type of way. So that would be like, let's say for example, like, okay, let's do that right now. But that would be it. So obviously, next step, obviously, I did the video. So just create the video, and obviously, how I did this, it just do the Sprite version, and that's kind of it. So like, you got product placement, you got this. You can do like you got the Fashion Factory, Nano Bananas, fall off a cliff. You got the Soul for all this type of stuff. Edit certain things. So let's say you want to edit more type of stuff. So obviously show the product placement, get your image, the implant, add stylish visuals. Like there's so many, like there's draw the video, you can sketch terms into cinematic type of stuff. But like there's obviously different images. I still like using my other type of stuff. But like that's what it is. Like so like with all my examples that I have, like I can even like you got the Speak, you got Fashion Factory, got like I can just go into like my images and I can just show you what you can do. So obviously I did that with the Vogue fashion. So you got Freya, um, got all that type of stuff. You got this model on the beach. Obviously this is just from one of my other series. It's called Mr. Whiskers. The guy quit his job. The guy quit his job at Arby's, so he was a manager, and then he started. He became the CEO of Arby's, and he quit his job to become an influencer. So you got Freya right here. You got this. Not like a scene that I wanted to do. It didn't really turn out that great, to be honest. But but you got this. But like you got all these like different types of like you got this right here. This is like the Sea Dream version. And obviously you can animate this. Obviously you wanted to see or anything like that. But like so like these are all different types of things. So now let's say you want to do like another example would be like a VFX. So you got stuff like here. So let's say, for example, like I know that a VFX right here. So like I have this, and obviously I got like other type of things. I still say like I still say my favorite choice would be Dance Pro, but I'm just that type of guy. But like right there, like you can like add like with the VFX right here, with the DOP right here, like VFX and camera control, you can add more like visuals. So let's say you can like for example, I'm gonna put like I want like certain right here. So this is what I wanted like, but then if you want to take more control, you can do like something called multi-shot, and you can like describe all your different types of scenes right here. So but you can do like stuff like for example like make start put cameras flashing and stuff like that, and you can add like different type of videos that you can do to Speak. You can draw certain things right here. You got to draw the video, so you can draw certain uh, you can sketch and turn into a cinema. So hey, take this out. I added like what I did pretty much right with Freya with the prompt. So that would be like that. And obviously you got the UGC factory, so you can like make your own type of like influencer. I don't really like there's people say you got the VO, you got 8 seconds, so pretty much it's kind of like your own type of like AI avatar right here. You got also 1080. And obviously, you can do your image, you can choose your image, upload a product right there, product placement as well. Uh, your actions of the character, audio, text, audio settings, obviously what your emotions are, the accent, like right there, what language you want, and everything. So, like you can do like an accent, all that type of stuff, background noises, all that type of stuff. But like this is what it kind of is. It kind of feels that like, but then you're kind of saying that now obviously Nanoband is not great. GPT images like now let's say if we got the image to sketch and then you want to create your own unique character. Obviously, I got this is like all your characters that you made. Uh, but like now let's say you want to like flux context is I haven't messed around with Totaz. Maybe I want to mess around with that eventually. Uh, WAN I've already used. WAN is pretty good too. I used that before and a couple of other types of things. The videos, VO3, I tried. It's good, but I still say Seedance is a lot better. You got the Talking Avatar, which I showed you. Upscale, UDC Factory, all this type of stuff. Have ASMR type of stuff, which I find really odd. But again, that's just I find a lot of like. I remember when it came out, I never got really into it. It was kind of creeping me out for some reason. Um, But you got all of this type of stuff right here. You got Sync to One for Master. You got the camera controls, so you can change like certain things I showed you before. Into a commercial, which I already showed, like Pepsi and all this type of stuff. Like so, but like, and with another review as I did is just that like I already done 2 reviews, and they're just fantastic. Like there's obviously different types of ones, but like in the sense of like products, if you want to make a really good ad or even like a certain movie, like a certain trailer for a movie, you can actually do a lot of good things as well. Um, but like I think that's like the perspective is that like each AI does certain things, but like imagine you would have to like with Freya, how I showed you, you would have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on like models, like obviously like Kylie Jenner or like Kendall Jenner or like Kim Kardashian or like Blake Lively and all these like or even like like when Mark Wahlberg did like the whole he I think he did an ad for like I think Calvin Klein and stuff like that. Or like you would have to pay these guys thousands and even millions of dollars, and just to do that and all, and versus now where you can just simply like obviously the endorsement of celebrities and everybody, you can just make your own, and then that's it, and then like there you go, like you can just like make your own type of stuff, and it's just like why even like why pay thousands and millions of dollars for something like that when you can just do your own type of thing right here. So like again, I do like it. Again, the people at Higgsfield have been really awesome, and I am super grateful and super honored to obviously get into all these programs and obviously represent them. I'm that yes, obviously I have my own personal type of views on, on X. I am that type of person, but obviously everyone obviously does. Um, but um, but yeah, yeah, obviously like I'm that type of person. I like to rep my brands. If I'm going for a certain team and I know they're doing really good, obviously I'm gonna rep them, and obviously like I will obviously call. Oh, what do you mean I can't do this with such and such brand like Higgsfield? What are you talking about? I just did this, so like stuff like that. But it's really good. I would obviously like the Sea Dream is great. Like obviously the Kling AI speak is impressive. Fashion Factory that's like that's fantastic right there. You got the talking avatars, you got your soul. Nano Banana still isn't that great. I never really got into it. I don't know. I was just like meh. Like obviously I showed you the comparison. Obviously it's product video, all this type of stuff, product placements and all that type of stuff as well. So like, but like that's what it kind of comes down to is just like finding like the right type of perspective and like finding like what really works. And like obviously now with AI, like, oh no, AI's not that good and all that type of stuff. So you're saying that this or like what I just showed you with the Freya and all that type of stuff. Hey, I'm Freya and all. You're saying that's not that good. So you know how much money you would have to pay. I told you before, like hiring someone like Mark Wahlberg, Kendall Jenner, Brad Pitt, all these types of people to model for your placements, and then now you can just do your own type of stuff, and they look real and like all this type of stuff, and instead of spending thousands and thousands of dollars, probably millions of dollars on high end production, you can just do that by yourself just with an AI, something like this. So I'm sorry to tell you, people who are saying that, oh no, you're saying, look at this, obviously this, or like obviously what I have, obviously, like obviously, like I'll show you like just before I log off. So look at this placement. A model like this, or a placement like that would cost you at least to hire like a high end like actress, like a model or actress or any of these people. Like that would cost you a production like that, like just to do a product placement. Like you would be forking out like a lot of money. And now on Higgsfield, you can just do it for like barely anything. Like I'm talking about like instead of paying thousands of dollars, maybe okay, maybe you would get a subscription. Obviously, I'm different, obviously, because obviously like influencer here, but like at most, like what would you be paying? At most, maybe like a month. I don't know, like maybe $80 a month or so. So $80 a month or so versus uh and obviously maybe for more of a basic plan, maybe 30 or 40. And then obviously with the mid tier, maybe 50 or 60. Okay, but okay, so again, influencer here, which is a little bit more different. But um, but aside from that, like imagine, okay, so you're paying a month around that type of stuff versus hiring someone on set, doing the setting, paying the lighting guy, paying the photographer, paying this, paying that, doing this, getting the location, all that type of stuff, getting the model to fly out, making sure that it's properly under schedule. But maybe not, you may have to reschedule, so now you have to redo everything again. So you're going into thousands and thousands of dollars, probably millions and millions of dollars. And then with AI, you can pay a subscription or so, and it's maybe like I told you, like maybe $80, like for something high end, or like 50 or 60 for mid tier, like 30 or 40 for like the most basic, versus paying thousands of dollars to hire someone like Kendall Jenner or something along those lines, or like someone, or like Brad Pitt, or like Mark Wahlberg or something, and you're paying a ton of money versus where you can just do your own placement, like with this right and everything. As I showed you this for not much, and then you got a great ad, and all that type of stuff. And I like the last video I showed you, like they're doing AI models. Vogue is doing AI models now because there you go. Like so, like imagine paying all that versus like not much. Like what's that? Like compared to like, and then obviously, oh, and then as well, then you have to give them a cut based on the promotion fees and everything. So that's what I'm kind of saying. Versus here, like no, you don't. Like so that's how I'm looking at it, and it looks real and everything. So that's just pretty much my take on a lot of type of stuff. But thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, Mr. Z